about your highly anticipated season 4 of Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Oh my goodness. What are you excited for the fans to see this season?
You know, every season is different, but this season has just this beautiful quality of being upstairs, downstairs. We get to see what happens sort of on the other side of the house with the staff. Wow. But also the love story is an upstairs, downstairs love story. Yeah. And I think that's really good. The chemistry they have is amazing, amazing. And I don't know, for me, this is the first season where I do the final edits. Okay. This is the first season I've cried every time I've edited a certain episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's emotional and it's romantic and it feels good. Yeah.
So that means we got a lot to look forward to, y'all, that's for sure. Okay. How were you first introduced to the world of Bridgerton?
Oh my gosh. So Bridgerton's based on a series of books by Julia Quinn. Okay. And I was I was on vacation. I think I was in like an inn or something. And I was sick. And the book that was left in the room was the first book of the Bridgerton series. Wow. And so I read the first book, and then I liked it so much that I got out of my sick bed with my fever on and everything, put on my coat, went down the street to the bookstore, and bought the rest of the books.
And that's how this all manifested?
That's how all this, if I hadn't been sick, we probably never would have discovered the books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know, the star of Bridgerton, Jonathan Bailey, is now the sexiest man alive. What was your thoughts when you heard that?
You know, it was funny because when I heard it, I thought, obviously. I mean, look at me.
No, it's right.
He smolders with everybody. He has chemistry with everybody, and he is so nice. So it's good to see it happen to somebody like that.
Yes, well deserved. You've worked with a lot of superstars. Julie Andrews she narrates Bridgerton. And then she also did like one of your first films, was she?
She was the queen in Princess Diaries 2, and 1, obviously, but I did 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that like working with her?
There is nobody like Julie Andrews. Right. I mean that in the best way. She's so kind and so giving, but also so professional. Yes. She's an icon, so I was always like really nervous around her, but there's no reason to be nervous. She's super welcoming. Wow. And it's that thing where you meet somebody and they're exactly like you hope they'd be. Julie Andrews is exactly like you hope she'd be.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
With a superstar like that, because that is an icon, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then I recently found out when you created Grey's Anatomy, that was the same time you were becoming a new mom, a first-time mom?
I wrote the pilot for Grey's Anatomy with a newborn baby strapped to my chest.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of major life events happen when you create things.
It does, it does.
What do you remember most about that time?
I mean, it was funny because basically what happened was I was not a television watcher before that. So you have a baby and suddenly you never leave the house again, right? So I started watching television because of her. And then I thought, well, maybe I want to try to write television. And so she was the reason why I came up with Grey's Anatomy. I would say if she hadn't been born, there wouldn't be a show. I know, sickness, babies.
Wow, so you said, there's nothing on this TV I would watch, so how about I write it and you created like some of the most famous.
My first TV show, I just was writing something that I wanted to watch, that I was going to be entertained by, and it was such an amazing, overwhelming feeling to realize that the world wanted to watch it too.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. Okay, so something else special with Grey's Anatomy is Meredith and Christina does this dance-off?
Oh, they dance it out.
They dance it out.
They dance it out.
Okay, so is that something you always did in your real life?
So my sister and I always sort of had our little 30-second dance parties in the kitchen and stuff. When my oldest was little, she just was a super energetic kid. She had the zoomies everywhere. And so I would say, I'd be cooking, she'd be running around, and I'd be like, stop, let's just have a moment where we dance it out, get some of that energy out. And that just became a thing for us. Yeah. And then I brought it to the show, and it worked. Because clearly you cannot help but be elevated by dancing it out.
Well, everything you do works, it seems to me. I mean, this is amazing. Okay. So, Grey's Anatomy, they speak of different illnesses within the show.
Yes.
Did you ever think you had any of those illnesses that you wrote about?
For the first 4 years of the show, I thought I had everything. Even things I couldn't have.
This is hilarious.
Even things I couldn't have. And I would go to my doctor constantly. My poor doctor was like, Shonda, you don't have it. Just assume you don't have it, and then only come to me when you've passed out or something. Because I both thought I had every illness, and I thought I could do all the surgeries myself. I was like, I've learned enough that I could take somebody's appendix out.
That is hilarious.
worst thing that could happen. Nobody wants me operating on them.
You ain't tried, did you?
No, but I always told the pregnant women in my writer's room, like, go into labor, I could do it. I could take care of her right here.
Your happy place is here. What was your favorite part? Drop it in the comments and subscribe to help keep the joy coming.